The all-new 100.3 The Beat, throwback hip-hop and R&B. This is the all-new Community Connections. I'm your host, Jade Harrell, keeping you connected to our community.
The highly anticipated, awaited unveiling of what was formerly known as Who's Who in Black St. Louis has expanded the gamut to include all of our wonderful, amazing talent in our region. It is Who's Who Diversity in Color, new edition 2015, and I'm very excited to have the publisher, Miss Erica Willis. Thank you for joining us today to give us the inside scoop.
Thank you for having me, Jade.
It is my absolute pleasure. So tell us about the evolution and how you've become Who's Who Diversity in Color.
Yes. Well, after doing Who's Who in Black St. Louis for the last 10 years, praise God.
Thank you for that.
Yes. We realized that it was time for a change in many ways. The landscape of our region is vastly changing.
Yes.
And also, in doing the Who's Who in Black St. Louis over the years, we had come across so many awesome, wonderful people that just weren't African American. And so we couldn't feature them. And so after doing 10 years of highlighting the best and brightest in our own community, we realized that there were several other communities in and around St. Louis where they weren't highlighted. Their achievements weren't documented, and they weren't really celebrated as much as they should have been. And so we set out to change that. And so we came up with the premise of not only highlighting and documenting the achievements of African Americans, but documenting the achievements of all people of color and celebrating them as well.
That does a tremendous service in our region at this time. Talk about how timely this was for you all in making that decision.
Yeah, actually, I know some probably think, oh, okay, well, maybe they're capitalizing, but actually we had well been in the works with Who's Who Diversity in Color well before the events of Ferguson happened. But you're right, it's very timely that we're coming out with the book, because as you know, you just don't wake up one morning and decide to do this and, 2 weeks later, voila, here it is. No. It takes a lot of work and preparation. And so we're really excited to tell another side of our story, because we do have some wonderful St. Louisans that come in all different shades. And I am so excited. This has been really a fun, it's been a lot of work, but it's been a lot of fun unearthing these awesome individuals around our area.
Well, you've always done a beautiful job at bringing these wonderful stories to the attention of our broader community. And for 10 years, we most certainly got to applaud you for that. So I feel like, you're well equipped to have this conversation. And it's a conversation that when you label it, folks get nervous. It's an uncomfortable conversation. But when you're celebrating and what you're going to do in this edition, it's going to do a lot of good, I think.
Yeah, much like we raise our children, we don't shy away from challenges. And if it's brought to the table, it's dealt with. And so with that, I say that to say that, we're not going to shy away from race. We can't. I'm an African-American woman and proud of it. But I love people. I love all kinds of people. And I think, we can all learn to do that if we're just given the opportunity. And, and I heard some comments, this community doesn't really mesh with other communities and, they don't do this and they don't do that. Well, I just literally blocked that out of my head. And I am so excited. I thank my very diverse host committee.
There you go.
Who saw the vision. Some of them, like Johnny Wang of Stinson Leonard Street, who's also the president of the Asian Chamber of Commerce, Carlos Ramirez, executive director of the Hispanic Chamber of Commerce. Those, Betsy Cohen of the St. Louis Mosaic Project.
Brilliant.
Lorna Godwin of Vector. Now, Lorna, she may have been a little biased because I think she kind of likes me. We've known each other for a long time. But
she loves people, too.
Yes.
She's committed to this community, and that's always been demonstrated in her work. This is
absolutely
a power host committee you have.
Yes, and I, of course, cannot forget, your very own, our very own, Beth Davis.
That's right.
Of iHeartMedia. Yes. Beth has been really a godsend. I mean, she signed on. I mean, she's helped me. So I love her.
Yeah. She's good.
She
is a mentor of mine as well. So we celebrate Beth too, who I look forward to seeing at the event as well.
Yeah, I mean, Melissa Harper of Monsanto.
Oh, wow.
I mean, these are people that just don't lend their names. Cecilia Velasquez of Red Latina.
Yes.
I mean, I have gotten so much support. Absolutely. I mean, even my forward and introduction writers, my forward writer, Carmen Jacob of Next Gen Information Services, a powerful Latina sister.
Absolutely.
And then our own Mike McMillan of the Urban League.
Yeah.
And so, who doesn't love Mike?
Right.
So I mean, you're right. The people that stepped up, I am humbled by the fact that I could pick up a phone or send an email and ask this of someone of this magnitude.
Sure.
And they say, Erica, I'm there.
Right.
I'm with you.
It's right in line with what we've come to know as their value and their mission. So This is a great leadership effort. So share with us the vision and how we can get our hands on this book.
Well, it is much like the Who's Who in Black St. Louis in that, we've spent a lot of hard time. I have some wonderful writers that interviewed some awesome people and told their story, along with my awesome photographer, Joe Bomarito, who went out and took pictures of the individuals. And so, we've compiled some history in our book, in our inaugural edition. As we've done in the past, we've done 2 stories on 2 major organizations in our region that have really worked to serve the people of St. Louis, that being the International Institute of St. Louis, who assists immigrants with all types of needs.
Nice.
And then we have Casa de Salud, that also assists immigrants who have moved into the area with healthcare needs and different things like that. So, as well as many, many, many others. Right. I'm just happy to report that, people have agreed to share their story, their success, and Jade, one of the purposes, the reason why we do this book and that I'm really, really pushing to work hard at is getting this book almost in every school that I possibly can.
Because it's not mainstream.
That's right.
Media or knowledge, and it is definitely an education tool.
It is, even for the simple fact that I know that our books in the past have helped to shape career paths of the young people.
That's right.
And I think this book is going to serve much the same, because what we don't realize is that we may go to college and we may, study sociology, study psychology, study law. What do you do with that degree?
Right.
And some of these awesome people that are featured in the book, you would be surprised their degree versus what they do.
How about that?
I mean, it's a lot, it's a stretch, but it actually feeds into the people that they have become and the success that they are sharing with us. And so we want to leave a blueprint, give a blueprint to each and every school in this city, in this region, from grade schools to our colleges and universities.
Absolutely. I share that, and that's so relevant because nothing is wasted. And,
that's right.
But you don't always get to hear those stories. That's what I stand for and believe in. And for our children of color.
Yes.
Our colors are intertwined.
That's right.
To a great deal. And where can they see images and stories and illustrations of who they can be, examples of who they are.
Yes.
Unless there are some efforts like this.
Absolutely.
Bravo.
Absolutely.
Bravo. So we have an event to go with this. Tell us about the event and send out the invitation.
So we have the unveiling event that's happening on May 14th. It's going to be hosted at the Ballpark Village from 5:30 to 8:30 p.m. Yes, it's going to be fun.
Yeah.
Not only do we have an international book now, we're going to have international entertainment.
Nice.
So we have a Korean dancer. We have a Latino comedian out of LA. We have jazz band that's going to be playing. And so, I mean, I'm just so excited. Open bar from 5:30 to 9. And of course, you know, the event comes with a $50 ticket, but with that $50 ticket, you get the book, along with enjoying some heavy hors d'oeuvres.
That's right.
Open bar, like I said, until 9 p.m. Great entertainment, wonderful networking opportunities available. All the entrepreneurs or business owners, or even those that have someone that is featured in a company that you work with, this is the time to come out and, you know, hobnob on a sociable level if you're trying to climb that corporate ladder. So we're really looking forward. It's going to be an awesome, awesome event. We've worked really hard on it, and I think it's going to be good for St. Louis.
It's going to be great for St. Louis. And even beyond that, stand in solidarity for us coming together as a collective community.
Absolutely.
And that's what it represents to me. So it is the unveiling of the new Who's Who Diversity in Color 2015, happening on May 14th at the Ballpark Village, 5:30 to 8:30 p.m. Where can we get more information or a phone number to call?
Yes, phone number 314-473-5257. Once again, that's 314-473-5257. Now, please don't call me for tickets. You can actually go online on our website at Who's Who diversityincolor.com. That's all one word.
Oh, right.
Who's Who diversityincolor.com.
This is great. I'm excited.
And tickets
about
are going
what's coming.
fast,
I bet.
Jay.
Oh, yeah.
I am just like amazed.
Make sure can you take my money now?
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
That's what we want to see.
Yes.
That speaks volumes. Way to go, St. Louis, for such a time as this. Again, don't miss out May 14th, 5:30 to 8:30 at Ballpark Village. Thank you again, Erica Willis.
Thank you, Jade Harrell.
It's always a pleasure.
Always.
Give thanks. All right. Everybody knows Annie Malone. Well, somewhere between the history and the parade, some of the details have gotten lost. There's way more to it than that. And it is our job today to make sure everybody knows it. I am joined by the interim chief executive officer. Bill Young is with us to spread the good news and invite you to find out more. Welcome.
Thank you so much for your time.
All of us are fans of and have been for many, many years of course, of the Annie Malone Parade. But other than knowing who Miss Annie Turnbow Malone is, we need to understand what has happened ever since the inception and how we're real powerful today. Share with us the most important thing we need to know today, and what are some of the things that you'd like to address that we may have been missing?
Well, first, this is the 127th year of the existence of Annie Malone, which was founded in 1888 as the Orphan Home for Colored Children. We did orphan services up until probably about 15, 16 years ago. But we have made a metamorphosis and have changed, and we are really the safety net for children in need and crisis in the city of St. Louis.
That net has expanded.
Right. So let me just kind of walk you through what we do and how we do our services, because it's very, very interesting when I meet people and tell them that I'm the new CEO at Annie Malone. They say, oh, that's the orphan home.
Right.
But we haven't been that in a long, long, long while.
Right.
So we offer a short-term crisis program. For example, police go into a situation, children are in danger, they need to remove them at least for a 24-hour period until they can find out a resolution to what the situation are. They bring them to Annie Malone, and we make sure that they're fed, they're clean, and they're safe.
Yes.
Okay? We also work with the juvenile court system for children that are in abusive situations or the home is unsafe or unsanitary, and we can keep those children from 1 day to 45 days, and if necessary, we can extend that service for a year. And this is 24-hour care of children from basically birth to 18 years old. In the last few weeks, we've had some real interesting things. We had a 1-month-old,
really
crack addicted,
baby,
that we kept for about 4 or 5 days. We've had all types of children, homeless, and we offer a respite service to parents. We've had situations where, for example, a mother who had elderly parents outside of the city and nobody here to care for her children while she went to tend to her parents. We kept her children for about a week. So we offer that service. One of the things that we're looking to expand is our Emerson Academy, which is a therapeutic school that offers services to children who have disabilities, autism, Down syndrome, also major behavior issues. And we work in coordination with St. Louis Public Schools to take those children and offer educational services to them so they're not disruptive in classes. We also have what we call a transitional living program, and this is designed for young women from 16 to 21 as they come out of either the foster care system or a homeless situation, where we bring them in and we basically teach them life skills on how they can survive after our services. And young ladies can stay up to 2 years. In fact, we just came from this morning at Washington University, George Warren Brown, who have adopted a program that was developed by our staff called the Choice Program, that is a step-by-step approach to helping transition from homelessness into full adulthood and productive people in the community.
Look at that.
And then the last thing I want to mention is that we offer a parenting program, an 8 to 10 week, usually court-appointed program where couples come and they learn how to be parents. Unfortunately, we've got...
They don't give us a manual, man.
No, when you leave the maternity, you're on your own. And every child is different. And so what we teach is parenting skills, coping skills, and trying to keep that family unit together, because we know that if the family unit is together, the long-term prospects of the child soar.
Absolutely.
They have many, many more opportunities. They have a better mental and physical outlook in life, and we're dedicated to make sure that we do that. So the old Annie Malone of a residential service is no longer per se, but we do offer these programs that we think offer that safety net for the children that are the most vulnerable and helping them transition from crisis into health. So that's what we do.
That's amazing. And I'm so thankful that that's what you do. Now, you stepped in not too long ago to be this guy to say, hey, I want to be sure to see this through. Let us get to know you a little bit. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I'm a native Kansas Citian, but I've lived in St. Louis most of my adult life. I've been in the financial service business for more years than I want to brag about. Done everything from individual investment counseling to doing bond issues for the school system to a whole bunch of stuff that I've done. Ran a money management firm for a number of years. So that's pretty much where my professional skills were. But I've always had a propensity to be involved in the community. I've been chairman of the board of the Urban League. I've been a chair of several other not-for-profit organizations, so I'm not unfamiliar to the not-for-profit world.
And or the needs of the region.
Right. So I've been involved there and helped solve some of those problems, and was approached by some of the board members that things needed to kind of change, and we needed to move in another direction. Another direction, and we've done quite a bit in 60 days.
60 days. Man, I would love to shadow you and see what a day in the life would be like. So translate that financial, business, community leader experience to the Annie Malone Children's Organization. Now, some might say, well, what does finance got to do with babies? It has a lot to do with it.
It has everything to do with it.
Because paint the picture so people understand why it's so important.
For a not-for-profit that services children, you have to have a good infrastructure. If you don't have the infrastructure, which includes control of your finances, and you can prove to your benefactors that you're responsibly handling the money, you're not going to get any money.
You won't get any money. And if babies are on the other end of this thing, we need the money.
You got to have the money. And
who better to take that on than the money man?
We'll see how that all works. But I do have a passion for what it is. I mean,
that's key.
You know, a few weeks ago we had a little girl and a little boy. The little boy's about 18 months. The little girl was about 6 months. She's the cutest little thing you ever want to see in your life. And I just wanted to kind of pick them up and take them home.
Oh, yeah.
And that happens when you have these innocent children who, when they're in our care, now have smiles on their face. They're fed, they're clean, they're cared for. Our staff is just tremendous. They're picking up kids all the time.
Oh, yeah.
And, it's a very wholesome, happy environment for the children. So it's a warm place to be. Yeah. It tugs at your heart. But I still have to do the business of what trying to do.
Absolutely. And doing the business in order to maintain the household, so to speak, because they need this.
Absolutely.
We need this as a community. So there's much more to see then, Bill. Go ahead and give out the invitation. How can we find out more? What do you want us to do?
Well, the first thing I want you to do is to notice that on today, Saturday, May the 2nd, from 12 to 3 p.m., we're having a ice cream social and an open house, 12 to 3. Today, May the 2nd, at our location at 5355 Page, we're offering a free ice cream social.
All right now.
And an opportunity for you to do an open house and come and see exactly what we do.
Right.
We'll have bouncy houses, animals, all kinds of good stuff. It's a fun day, and it'll be at our program site on Page, 5355 Page.
What are you most proud of, Bill?
The legacy and the staff that we have. Despite all the obstacles, they have a tremendous attitude and a tremendous care for our kids. That's very evident. Yeah. Despite, being restricted, we don't have the most amount of money or whatever, but they have a great attitude and a great concern for the children that we care for.
Is that your greatest challenge then, is having the financial response or capacity to meet the need?
It's one of many challenges that we have.
Okay.
I want to make sure that our service delivery is right where it's supposed to be. I want to make sure that our partners, the agencies that refer the children to us, have a good feel for what we do and we're delivering the service the way we're supposed to do. And of course, we need all the money that we can get because that allows us to increase the care and to expand our services, because there are a lot of children in need, and there are a lot of children out there that would thrive within the Annie Malone family.
Now, in the Annie Malone family, are you full? Do you have a full house? How many children or families can you accommodate at this point?
We can go up to about 40 at one time, but the population can go from 0 to 100 miles an hour in just a second. It just depends on what they need.
You need to always be ready for that.
So we have to be fully staffed. We have to be, all of our facilities have to be tip-top shape. So we want these kids to come into a loving family orientation, and we do what we can to make sure that they stay, even how long or how short it might be, that they know that they've been someplace that means that we care for them.
Yeah, and we do care. So tell us how we can help.
Okay. Well, there are a couple of things. All right. We are always in look for volunteers.
Okay.
I had a real heartwarming situation where I did a show on your stations, and the next day a young lady walked in and volunteered.
There we go.
We have all kinds of opportunities to that. You got some hoops that you have to get to be a volunteer, but we encourage people to do that. And then we want people to go to our website. Our website is AnnieMalone.com. That's AnnieMalone.com. Just so you know what we do and how we provide service to the community. And then there's a little green button on there that says donate.
Right.
So
in other words, give.
Yeah, give. And no matter how small or how large, we will appreciate that and acknowledge your gift. So just all you have to do is click. You can use credit cards. You can do whatever you need to do. Right. But we will accept gifts. We get a lot of donations of clothes and other things, toiletries and things of that nature. Okay. So there's always a need. We always have an open door policy. We've had families in need that have come, and we've been able to take care of pretty much all of their needs. And we try to be a holistic agency. One of the things that when I came in and communicated with the staff is that we are no longer a social service agency. We're a customer service organization, and that our customers are our children.
I love that.
So what we need to do is whatever we do is to the benefit of children, and we have to go 150 miles an hour to make sure that they get what they need.
Absolutely. Well, it's not your old Annie Malone. Come take a look. Take in some ice cream. Take a closer look. The Annie Malone Children and Family Service Center. 5533
page is where our program site is, and that's going to be the site of the Ice Cream Social on today from 12 to 3.
12 to 3 coming out. Can't wait to see you there. See how you can plug in for our very special children in our region. And there's always a need for you to plug in. Thank you very much, Bill Young, our interim CEO. Hopefully we can hang on to him a while so that we can bring things up to par and to the next level for this organization. Love you guys very much.
Thank you very much.
Making lives better. Annie Malone Children and Family Services.
When we come back, I'll tell you what's happening in the neighborhood, your community calendar right after this.
So, as usual, we always start off asking our guests, what does it mean to you to be alive and well in STL?
I guess it means to be alive is to be healthy, to be happy, and to be blessed with the life you've been given.
For me, it means to be trying to take advantage of all the healthy opportunities that St. Louis has to offer and to find that balance of work and life.
Alive and well in STL to me means not just waking up every day, but waking up with a purpose, doing something, and doing something a little different every day, but all things working together for that which is important to you.
Building a healthy community is where we talk about and begin recognizing some of the factors that go into becoming healthy. Whether it's some of the simple things like taking walks, healthy eating, or of course, stop smoking. But other things that you may not think about, like meditation and mindfulness, breathing exercises, and yoga. It's great to be alive. Be alive and well. Join this movement at aliveandwellstl.com. The all-new 100.3 The Beat, throwback hip-hop and R&B. This is Jade Harrell. What's happening in your neighborhood?
Give $10 and feel like $1 million with your philanthropy as we join in the Give STL Day and raise money for over 800 participating nonprofits this year. On May 5th, join in with the Greater St. Louis Community Foundation and find out what we can do in a day. From midnight to midnight, Tuesday, May 5th, remember? Organizations that you love and want to support. Those you've been interested in. Those you want to learn more about. And use this opportunity to be the philanthropist you've always wanted to be. It's as simple as a click. Go to givestlday.org, givestlday.org. We did it before. Let's do it again. Mark your calendars for May 5th, 2015. Wake up and make a difference in our region. As little as $10 can make a difference for an organization that's trying to make a difference every day. You can always give more and give to more than one organization. It's a simple, fast, effective way to make our working nonprofits more effective. Spread the word and spread the love. GiveSTLDay.org.
All right, that's it for this week. If you have questions or comments or have something you'd like to submit for the community calendar, you can leave a message on a message box at 333-8369, 333-8369. And for more information about today's show or any of our guests, visit us online at 1003thebeat.com. Look for us next week at 7 o'clock and each Saturday, the all-new Community Connection on 100.3 The Beat. Throwback hip-hop and R&B. I'm Jade Harrell. Be blessed, do blessed, and bless the Lord.